What if the last moments of your life were recorded, not by choice, but by a police officer's body cam? What if the hidden truth of a crime was captured in real footage too disturbing to forget? Tonight, we step into chilling, unsolved cases where the camera never blinks. Bodycam footage was meant for protection, but in true events across America, it has become something darker, evidence of horror, fear, and vanished lives. Behind every lens lies a story the criminal mind never intended us to see. These are not movies. These are not dramatizations. These are disturbing psychological windows into the moments when everything goes wrong, when a routine stop turns into a life-or-death struggle. The chilling reality: some of the most haunting crimes in modern history weren't witnessed by bystanders. They were silently documented on a device strapped to an officer's chest. In these recordings, we don't just see evidence. We hear fear in the voices. We feel the psychological weight of decisions made in seconds. And we are forced to face the disturbing question: what would you have done? Take the case of Officer Jesse Madsen in Florida. His body cam captured his final moments in 2021 as he swerved into an oncoming drunk driver, sacrificing his own life to save others. It wasn't just evidence, it was the ultimate testimony of courage in the face of chaos. But not all bodycam stories end with heroism. Some reveal shocking brutality, where hidden truths about misconduct are exposed. In places like Minneapolis and Louisville, disturbing footage tore open the veil on crimes that shook the entire nation. One haunting example: the death of Breonna Taylor. While not captured on a personal device inside her home, the aftermath on police bodycams revealed chilling details of a botched raid. The footage became more than evidence, it became a rallying cry for justice. Other times, bodycams catch the very moment a suspect's lies unravel. In Utah, footage from 2021 showed Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie pulled over during a domestic dispute. No one watching then could have predicted the tragedy that would follow, yet the psychological warning signs were right there on camera. Each frame holds a story. Each recording carries a weight. And as we uncover these cases, we confront not only the crimes themselves, but the disturbing reality of what happens when the body cam becomes the final witness. The next case is one that still leaves investigators haunted. August 2019, Phoenix, Arizona. Police body cams captured officers surrounding a vehicle where a young couple sat, accused of shoplifting a doll. What should have been routine turned disturbing as officers drew weapons on a child. Real footage that ignited outrage nationwide. The evidence was undeniable. Children screaming, parents pleading, and officers shouting threats. The psychological toll of that moment is etched forever, proof of how quickly power can spiral out of control. But bodycams don't only expose brutality. Sometimes, they reveal chilling criminal minds in action. In Las Vegas, 2017, footage showed a suspect calmly confessing to murder while leading officers to the hidden body. What struck investigators wasn't just the confession. It was the lack of remorse, the calm delivery, the disturbing emptiness in his eyes. A reminder that bodycams don't just record crimes, they capture the psychology of killers. In other cases, the footage becomes a silent witness to lives vanishing in seconds. One such haunting moment: officer-involved shootings where suspects collapse mid-sentence. No dramatization, no soundtrack, just the raw, unflinching truth of mortality. The 2020 shooting of Walter Wallace Jr. in Philadelphia is one such example. Bodycams documented the encounter with a man struggling with mental illness. Within moments, confrontation turned deadly, leaving behind both grief and questions that remain unresolved. Every clip carries weight beyond the screen. Families forced to relive final words. Communities forced to face disturbing realities they cannot ignore. For investigators, bodycams are more than digital evidence. They are psychological maps of escalating fear, of hesitation, of aggression, and sometimes, of compassion. But the lines between protection and exposure blur dangerously, because once the footage is released, it becomes more than evidence. It becomes public history, replayed, analyzed, and dissected. The crimes are no longer private tragedies, they are haunting spectacles. And the next case is perhaps the most unsettling of all. A crime caught in real time, on real footage, where the hidden truth unraveled before the world's eyes. One moment of violence that changed everything. May 25, 2020, Minneapolis, Minnesota. The name George Floyd is forever tied to one of the most disturbing bodycam recordings in history. Footage showed his final minutes beneath the knee of an officer, a chilling moment that spread across the globe. The real footage was more than evidence. It was a psychological mirror, forcing the world to witness a man pleading for breath. The unsolved question it left behind: how many similar moments were hidden, unrecorded, in the past? For investigators, the bodycam revealed more than an arrest gone wrong. It showed chilling indifference, the silence of officers as life slipped away. That silence was louder than any scream. The footage ignited one of the largest movements in modern history. Protests, unrest, calls for accountability. What began as a single recording became a storm that exposed hidden truths about policing worldwide. Yet George Floyd's case is only one. Bodycams have documented countless disturbing encounters, moments where justice, fear, and power collide. Each case different, but each leaving the same haunting question. Who truly holds control when the camera is rolling? In Chicago, footage of 13-year-old Adam Toledo in 2021 added to that chilling archive. A boy raising his hands, a shot fired within seconds. The body cam caught everything, real footage that still shakes those who dare to watch. The psychological weight of watching such moments is heavy. We are forced into the role of witness, powerless to intervene, and yet unable to look away. Criminal minds, victims, officers, all are exposed through the lens. Some footage reveals shocking cruelty, other footage, unbearable tragedy. But all of it, every clip, every frame becomes permanent. Frozen evidence of lives lost, mistakes made, and truths uncovered. Body cams do not forgive, and they do not forget. And just when you think you've seen it all, another case surfaces. A case where the footage doesn't just capture crime, it reveals a predator hiding in plain sight. This next story is one of the most disturbing yet. July 2017, Minneapolis. Officer Mohammed Nur's bodycam recorded the aftermath of a shooting that stunned the city. Justine Damond, who had called 911 for help, was killed in her own alley. The footage didn't capture the shot itself, but the moments after. The panic, the disbelief, the confusion were chilling enough. It was evidence that justice would later hinge upon. In another disturbing case, bodycams became the key to exposing a hidden predator in uniform. Daniel Holtzclaw, an Oklahoma officer, was convicted in 2015 of sexually assaulting multiple women. The recordings of his stops became undeniable pieces of evidence that revealed his crimes. The footage showed not just traffic stops, but a pattern. Victims too afraid to speak, power exploited in silence. The camera did not liven when the officer did. For many, that revelation shattered trust. Because the bodycam, designed to protect the public, had instead documented betrayal. The predator was not in the shadows, he was behind the badge. And yet, not all bodycam horrors involve officers. Some capture suspects in moments so raw, so disturbing, that they reveal the darkest corners of the human mind. Footage of armed standoffs, violent ambushes, and sudden explosions of rage remind us how thin the line is between order and chaos. The psychological impact of watching is undeniable. You are no longer a passive observer, you are trapped in the moment. Every scream, every shot, every plea echoes long after the video ends. For families, these recordings are both a curse and a key. A curse, because they replay the worst moment of their lives. A key, because they ensure the truth cannot be buried. And that is the haunting duality of bodycam crimes. They reveal hidden truths, bring predators to justice, and expose disturbing realities. Yet they also leave scars that never heal. The footage lives forever, replaying trauma with every click. So the question remains, when the bodycam becomes the final witness, what does it truly reveal? The crime, the criminal mind, or the chilling reflection of ourselves watching? Perhaps the most disturbing truth of all is that once seen, these moments can never be unseen.